Starting things out, getting gas at Quick Trip. Price of gas, let's call it $4. You know what, it's kind of false advertising because I also got the $2.96. It's $3.99.9. Well, it's still kind of technically under $4. This will be a pricey full tank of gas at pump 4. You can see the Dunkin' Donuts over there. We're just gonna head over there, get a coffee right after this. There's Amazon Prime Week, less than a week away. No, actually a week away. Today's still June. Welcome to today's video. As of recording of this, the official last day of June 2025, June 30th, Monday. Got a case of the Monday's busy day for me at work. Off to a little later of a start, but we made it. Interesting fact I found out today about, if you're interested in game chat with the Switch 2, I love it. You know, go back 20 years ago, Xbox Live, no interest in any of that. Now, I only want to play online. I am absolutely loving the game chat. I'm loving the camera, which might have fixed the camera issue. It wasn't really a big issue, but I'll get to it. I'll stick around. I think I have resolved this. We're gonna have a ×2 or a second chance, if you will, this Saturday. So I'm looking forward to using the camera, but there is a maximum time limit on the Switch 2 camera or game chat, which might surprise some of you. And if you're looking for a Switch 2, if you haven't found one yet, we were kind of looking yesterday, I have word on who will have it tomorrow, July 1st. So stick around. Also, a big CEO is saying Xbox is dead, so I don't know how I agree with that. I know a lot of people have been kind of tossing that around. On the flip side, Xbox is announcing like 18 games in the next week, so I don't know if Xbox is dead. What do you think? What do you think, squirrels? Are you Xbox fans? Are you Switch fans? Or are you just gonna hide now? They could be all the way up the top of the tree. Look, there was someone walking. We lost the squirrels. The infamous Love Bridge, donated by George and Edith Love, 2002. We had the Mommy Dearest hanger here. We had readers. The Mommy Dearest hanger was always a throwback. I don't know who took it. It was just a perfect spot for it, but now it's just gonna reside the coffee until something else magnificent shows up here. I thought this would be a good spot to just kind of check the weather. Kind of late on pulling my phone out. Here we go. Current temperature 81. I'll tell you what, it feels cool because the sun's not out. It doesn't feel like 81 degrees. Got some rain earlier. I don't know if there's any more rain in the forecast, but should stay in the 80s this week. 4th of July coming up on Friday. See if that rain holds up. Got big plans for that, so yeah, that might mess up some things. I promised that I was going to ship out some things to the post office, so off to a late start. There's several post offices in the area. I wanted to go downtown Waukesha, but they closed at 5. It is probably closer to 5:30. I don't know if it's officially 5:30 yet, but knowing that the Brookfield post office is open till 6:30 gave me some time to get gas, stop at Dunkin', and then come here, do the intro. I wanted to come back here. It's been a few days, and I like to kind of start out official in this spot. I'm not getting attacked by the bird of prey. He is gone right now. Maybe he's got plans for the 4th. Yeah, we're gonna go up to Brookfield and ship a couple of packages out, and then the big reveal on who's gonna have the Switch 2 tomorrow. All right, at the post office, kind of doing the balancing act here. Just walking in. So yeah, the Brookfield post office stays open till look at 6:30. And driving here, I was kind of like, maybe it's just the lobby with the PO boxes, but no, I can see people are in there right now. It was about a year ago that I was driving down. I think this is Civic, the street, and the car went right through this window here. So since that happened, they've fixed it, but it's still been blocked off. They've had all this in the front here just going on a year. This has been the new look. Hank Aaron stamps, John Wooden, John Lewis, Dungeons and Dragons. Arriving at the home Best Buy. Looks like my spots are sometimes I'll go there. So we'll go over on this side. It's a full house. Looks like a little construction here. Might stop at the Mega Media Exchange. Not sure when they close. If it's 7, should have enough time after we stop at Best Buy. Get into some topics. A little Nintendo Switch and Xbox. Looks like the Switch 2, the Mario Kart World, has been removed. Now they're doing the My Best Buy Citibank Visa cards. So yeah, off with Nintendo and on with the Best Buy card. Oh, this is about to change. But they have it right here. At least there's something. Nintendo, we got it down there. It's gonna be more in less than a day. Yeah, they're really pushing that. The 10% back in rewards on your first day of purchase when approved for the My Best Buy credit card. Shaq knows something. Nintendo Switch 2. So it could be a restock here tomorrow. You can tell us. We promise we won't say a thing. Screenshot of this comment from Xylon XD 32 minutes ago. Best Buy just announced a restock for tomorrow. This is the video from today. We're kind of on the Switch restocking update. Stopping at some places. Best Buy will have some tomorrow. Right, just be online. But when you wake up, watch the video, head to Best Buy. About time, Best Buy. I mean, you've had this whole area right here. This was the first place out of all the stores that were ready. They had all the Switch 2 promo going, all the signs up. They just got to keep a stock. And Best Buy, as I stated earlier on, that after the launch, after everyone goes to GameStop, Best Buy will be the store that's carrying them, that's stocking them, and hopefully that's going to start tomorrow and will maintain. Take a look at everything else that they have, but if you're interested in a Switch 2, go to bestbuy.com or stop at your local Best Buy after work or during the day, and you might see something right here. Look at Garfield right here, just kind of chilling out by the Switch, loving that pizza. And just because we're talking Switch 2, the chat, the camera, loving this. What is the maximum runtime on the chat? I was kind of surprised when I saw this, and it's longer than you think. Nintendo Switch 2 game chat has a maximum time limit. 24 hours it will stop. And could you imagine just chatting? That'd be a long stream. I don't know if I could ever do it. There is a like kind of a timeout session though. Like if you're gonna have it running for 24 straight hours, up to 12 people, 12 players, there's a 30 minutes that it would need to just kind of like cool off, or just automatically close for 30 minutes. So that's the timer. Then you could do it all over again. We saw a huge rollback on Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection at Walmart. Here it is, $24.99 at Best Buy. So they are honoring this. GameStop was $50 yesterday. So along with Walmart, if I got a play, even though I have this for Switch, let's just say I got a PlayStation 5, I would just pick this up. Why not? I mean, you're gonna have to have some games. Like not everyone has the Switch. Like if you want to play this on, with someone who has PlayStation, $24.99. Like that's, I don't know if it's gonna get any lower, but I like to just kind of do the check-ins here. I don't know what these other games are, but Best Buy honoring that, as well as Walmart, and also for the Switch. So it's $24.99 for both PlayStation and the Switch. They're just, that might be the last. This might be the last official copy up for the Switch at this location. There was more PlayStation 4, but eventually they're gonna finally be sold out. The Xbox console business is dead. It says former Microsoft gaming developer. I might have said CEO in the intro. It's a gaming developer, kind of the logo you never really want to see when, what was it, like a red X on your Xbox, and you were just kind of like, the thing's fried. Laura Fryer, who worked at Microsoft from the late 1990s to the late 2000s, this is the time that I was all over Xbox, says that she is not pleased with what is being done to the brand and believes Xbox's console business is dead. Rogue Ally and the handheld, which she calls style with no substance. Fryer is hardly the first person to suggest that Xbox doesn't have a future in the console market. I'm going to weigh in on this in a second. This is why I wanted to talk about this. Many have suspected that Microsoft will stop bringing out Xbox consoles. So when I saw this is what I was kind of thinking in the last couple of days. In the future, instead of focusing on its software output and Game Pass offerings, Xbox has denied this. And we already know the follow-up to the Xbox Series XS is in the works, right? It's the handheld. Now, I did hear from Chris at GameStop yesterday that they could come up with another console. But my sense here, my kind of weighing in on, I'm not going to argue the fact that, you know, it's probably not what it was. Like, I understand that. Like, I'm not trying to sugarcoat this, but just from like a fan, like from gaming, you know, kind of the history of game, like kind of like your iArcade, like picking up something like this, it's kind of a collector's standpoint. Now it's not cheap. It's $5.99, it's $5.49, $3.79, $4.29, or you can get the Game Pass and play it on your computer. Like, factoring all this in, it's a collector item. I mean, you could still get online with this. Reading that, I'm not going to deny that. I'm going to agree for the most part. But the fact that these are still available, I don't think why would they make more when they're pushing the PC and the Rogue Ally X? Anyone that's interested in like kind of picking up, this is what I meant, a piece of, you know, gaming history, you know, it's right here. Since we're on the Xbox topic, they've confirmed brand new games releasing this week, and there's 18 of them. So yeah, it kind of gives me that option where I can continue reading. So as of today, Mystic Pathways, Crystal Quest, tomorrow, Irem Collection 3, No Heroes Here 2, and then July 2nd. I mean, it just, the games are coming, which we all knew that, you know, games aren't going to not be there from Xbox. Like, that's kind of their thing, which kind of gives you that whole Sega reminder. You know, Xbox is probably the Sega where they're just going to put stuff out for every platform. But the consoles, why would they make more when they're more focused on selling the games? To own a piece of gaming history, that's what lures me right now to getting an Xbox. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to get a PlayStation, but I'm just saying it's gaming history. Yeah, so just going through the dates, there are games coming. So just kind of wanted to throw that out there. Well, you know, one person saying, you know, that it's in the gloom. I mean, we hear that a lot. You know, the home arcade could be, you know, a lot of doom and gloom. And then something happens, and then, you know, we're all back with it. So I don't know. There's always a part of me that kind of goes back to the Xbox. Like, it was a big part of me in that time frame, late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, I was all over it. Backbone kind of changing up their branding over here. I kind of had a nice kind of Sega area. I don't know if the Sega kicks back in. Oh, yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah, so Xbox, it's that Sega vibe. Like, I think that's very true. And in the future, you're going to have Sonic is on Nintendo. Like, we would have never thought that in 1990. You know, they were competing, but there's no Sega consoles anymore, right? I mean, brand new. That's Xbox. Great reference of going Sega and Xbox. It'd be pretty cool though, playing, you know, on the, I don't play the Switch this way. So I mean, this right here, it's not for me. I want to play it on, I guess maybe you could connect it to a TV. I like the Switch. Like, I'm comfortable on how everything's set up. And somebody left their water right here. I'm going to be fine with like getting a PlayStation or plugging in like a Series X. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people on the go. This isn't really necessarily how I'm going to play mine, but it's not cheap. $900. But yeah, this is the future for Xbox, isn't it? I was just on the phone with my aunt when I got to the post office, and everyone went in on this for my birthday, and it was about 600 and maybe 69 at the time. $979.99. I told her, I go, you know what that camera costs? It's $1,000, a little under. Actually, I thought it was like $1,100, but $979.99. I haven't opened this yet. I am so behind on stuff, but yeah, I just wanted to kind of give it a little bit of an update on that camera. I'm getting there, but I'm still rocking out the G7X. So, and we have Superman and Crypto still here. So I was thinking about picking up another one, opening up one, and then leaving one sealed. But they are $40 for the most part. And Lex is a little cheaper. You're paying more for Kal-El and Crypto. Yeah, I don't know if I can justify it. They also have the oh my gosh, Ultraman. I can't think of his name for a second. I saw the deluxe and it kind of threw me up. They have Ultraman here. Pretty cool to see all these Superman. Like when I saw it, I'm like, if I don't get it now, it's not going to be here. Well, they're here. I've not seen this game yet. So you have Tetris on here, some Sega. So yeah, this hasn't been something that has kind of caught my eye, but everything else, for the most part, I've seen. I like that Sonic and Shadow are getting the Switch 2, but not too many like dedicated Switch 2 games yet, but eventually. Hopefully there'll be some of these here tomorrow. Long term, no doubt, it makes sense to get a PlayStation 5. Like I'm just gonna talk about this every once in a while until I actually get something, but I am kind of working my way, saving to get that. Now we do have Prime Week coming up, and maybe there'll be a sale, and maybe I'll just we'll see what happens. Long term, PlayStation. Short term, getting the Xbox before they're sold out. Like that's what I'm thinking. You know, just having an Xbox, having a Switch, PlayStation, just having them all right there. If it's connected to the capture card, go from one thing to another, because not everybody has a Switch 2, not everybody has a Switch or PlayStation 5. So just kind of throwing that all out there. I'm having so much fun streaming and doing game nights on Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to do anything more than the Saturday night. You know, doing the daily videos. I don't know how I would do. I'd have to stay up super late, which I don't think it's going to work out for me too well. So as of right now, it's just Saturday nights. I want to make the most of it. So I do have a fix, and I'll get to that in a little bit, on something that was, you know, the camera was going in and out. My connection was pretty bad, so I think that has been addressed. I'm going to run inside of Mega Media Exchange, just take a look at some of the games. We'll see if there's anything new. There is something really cool, Xbox 360, coming out in about 2 weeks, so stay tuned for that. You're gonna like it. I'm really excited. I saw it this morning. Okay, they have an abundance of DVDs. So some of the stores closing, the XL store, the double XL store. I'm sure this is some of the overflow here. A lot of CDs, a lot of the movies. On the games, is there anything new? There's a couple of sports games that okay. Kobe Bryant NBA Courtside. I'm interested in getting this one. It's Spider-Man. Okay, so there's some new. We have Spider-Man, $34.99. Kobe Courtside, $13.99. There's a Zelda. So there's some newer stuff here. I think I might pick up the. I gotta look up that Spider-Man. I'm not sure. Is that the same as the PlayStation? Is that the same Spider-Man game? I thought that said Spaceballs for a second. I'm not sure on that. I love the way that looks, but everyone's telling me that Kobe Bryant and NBA Courtside is a great game, so I think I should just grab it. Do have a nice lineup of Switch here. I don't know if I've ever really paid attention to any of the the Switch. I don't really know what I'm looking for, but if I saw it, I'd be like, oh, you know what? I should grab that game. It'd have to probably be online. This changed football games. This was next level. Never forget when I had it for Xbox. I'll never forget that. Might get into the OG Xbox too again. I don't. Maybe I remember when I had both. I had the 360 and I had the Xbox. The 360 wouldn't play everything. Kind of scares me because there's some games. There's a couple of Batman games. There's a Justice League game for Xbox that I'd rather just get the 360. You get like the DVD option. Of course, you can watch DVDs on the Xbox too, but yeah, I don't know. I'll have to find that out before I decide to get one or the other. But that's kind of in the works too. Some of this I would just leave on like the HD TV. It doesn't all have to be on the CRT. It's just that the N64 did not look right on high definition. Yeah, actually, $39.99 for a 360. That's not bad. Power Glove behind the glasses. How much does the Power Glove cost? Like, dude, I'll see like Power Gloves at like gaming conventions. You don't see them too often. He goes, the customer just brought that in, like they're like evaluating it. Like how cool! Like I got my aunt bought me a Power Glove like '91 Christmas. Got the game, so we'll be checking that out. But maybe not in this video, but the next. I actually got to look at the NBA Jam '99 and now Kobe courtside. So something to check out. I finally bought a N64 game from Mega Media Exchange. I was tempted on Spider-Man, but we'll see. Might get it. I gotta look it up. I gotta see if it's I'm guessing it's the same as the PlayStation, but I'm so like drawn to sports games right now. So yeah, I don't remember this game. Maybe I've played it, but once I put it in there and just kind of check it out, we'll see. We'll see if the hype is real. And just thinking out loud that I did want to pick up a few other consoles. There's some games from that time frame, from the early 2000s, that I loved to play. And that was Batman, the Rise of Sin Tzu. And I could never say that right. There was a Turtles game for Xbox. And then, of course, the Justice League. I saved that when I bought my Xbox 360 because there's a part of me that thinks that did not work on the 360. Now, you run into that, like if I got a PlayStation, if I bought PlayStation games, are they all going to work on the PlayStation 2 for the most part? But I was a big Xbox guy back then. And it'd be nice to just, you pick up a console at a reasonable price, and you have about 10 games for it. So that's kind of the thought process on that. But not so much on the CRT TV, but on the high definition. I think it would look okay, especially if I just got one of those converters. So the N64 was very challenging, but it looks perfect on the CRT. And I think that's the draw for me with Xbox, is the fact that they're gonna sell out eventually. It's kind of like Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection for a second. Like, they keep lowering the price, they keep lowering it, and then they'll all be sold out. So it's just like, if I wanted to get it for PlayStation, knowing that eventually I'm going to get a PlayStation, I just don't know when that will be, or if an Xbox comes in before that. But there is a draw for me on Xbox, that knowing that it's gaming history, and is that why I want it? And that's going to do it for today. Monday, early evening, about 6. Yeah, it's 7 o'clock. I think it's 7 p.m. So I'm gonna hop into Target briefly and then head home, and we'll do it all over tomorrow. I want to thank everybody for watching. Let me know if you have plans for the 4th of July. We're getting close to that. I plan on going somewhere on the 4th, and then, probably watching some fireworks. Still a few days before that happens, but I know a lot of people vacation around this time. Let me know if you're doing anything fun. We'll see you tomorrow. You gotta push these all the way in. Like, you can't leave them. One time I didn't go all the way, and it rolled out and came really close to running into someone's car. So, hey, you gotta, there's that stopper there for a reason. The 4th of July sale has begun. It started yesterday, goes until the 5th. That's Saturday, so for the remainder of the week, take 20% off. I meant 30%. It's 30 there. I see 30s everywhere. But I don't know why. Did it say 30 on that sign? Why am I thinking 20? So Target, maybe it's an online thing, but Target is not honoring that. But I guess prices are always different online. Okay, Donkey Kong is playing on here. You know, we went yesterday and it wasn't an option. So I wonder if they've taken it off of some stores as they get closer to release. But yeah, available July 17th. And don't forget Costco. Get it from Costco. Wanted to finish up at Target because there's a clearance on toys. The 30% off, 15% off, and then a lot of the DC is really heavily marked. Like the Batman Forever 30% off, $6.29. I saw this when I was shopping yesterday. A few other videos popped up. I did notice that the word is getting out that there are sales, especially on DC right now, 50% off down to $11.99 on some of the multiverse, which is probably going to be picked over for the most part, but you never know. Xavier, $17.49. A lot of these. I'm surprised that Professor X is sitting around, but you know, you got a good 4th of July sale going on. Nothing on the GI Joes. Pretty much sitting at the full price, but I'm going to tell you, just from some of the pricing that I've seen at GameStop, at Best Buy, this is now like considered a deal because again, I paid like $40 for Superman. You have some of the clearance on the McFarlane statues down to $21.69. So yeah, it's a good time to stock up on some stuff. So I'm looking for Punisher, like if when Punisher makes his debut, hopefully it's not just an online thing, but big deals on superheroes, especially DC. So 30. Look at Two-Face. I don't know how hard it was to find him. Now he's only $6.29. You know what? I forgot all about my Switch updates. So one last thing. But yeah, we got to get to these. We got to get to these 2 games very soon. We'll just check them out. I haven't had a chance to. Kind of forgot about this, to be honest. But we got Kobe. Now I tested this yesterday. It was at 11. So I mean 10.8. That is my upload. So the download speed 185. The upload 10.8. It was like 4 something during the stream. So this probably why the camera was kind of cutting in and out on me. Like it would just, I'd be there and then it would kick me out. So I don't think the connection was strong enough. I could hardwire it, but I'm going to try it this way first. Connect it a little bit differently. Should be better, Lokes. One last thing. I wonder if that's why the Capcom beat 'em up bundle didn't work too well. And Power Rangers. Maybe that's, you know, I've been blaming Nintendo. You know, it played fine. Like we've done streams where Capcom played great. Loki's going after my feet right now. So I might be revisiting this. This could change a lot of things. It's kind of why, you know, the Xbox became a factor, because some of these weren't playing good, even though, you know, PlayStation probably has the same games. But maybe it's just one. What do you think, Lokes? I'll stop that now. Come on.